Clock Lizzle D home slice. Clock Lizzle D home slice. Home vice. You got the vice. Got the vice. The Vice City. Clock Thizzle D Homes. Gotta get my milkshake. The milkshake brings all the whores to the yard. Yo, milkshake brings all the whores to the yard. And they're like, it's better than yours. You know, right? It's better than yours. She gonna teach you that she have to charge. Her milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. And they're like, it's better than yours. They're right, it's better than yours. I had to teach you, but I have to charge them, baby. My sins and man. They lose their minds. They lose their minds. The milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. And they're like, let's go ahead and get some, add some of the coleslaw mix. Add some of that slaw mix. That slaw. Call me Slow Dog. Call me Young Slow Dog. The milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours, you know, right? It's better than yours, I'll teach you, but I have to charge. The milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. And they're like, it's better than yours. Alright, you got the milkshake. Okay, we got the chocolate smoothest. And I heard them vegetables is making people sick. I heard them vegetables is making people sick because they ain't washing them off good. So we gonna see if I get sick. We gonna see if I get sick or if I stay catching licks. Or if I stay catching licks. We gonna see if I get sick or if I stay catching licks. We gonna see if the young boy gets sick, or if he, I'm gonna have to call the ambulance. I got food poisoning. I guess that ain't nothing to joke about, because it could happen. I guess it could happen. That's why I like getting them from Kroger, because Kroger says already washed. But I got these from Target, and it doesn't say anything about already being washed. It says already washed and ready. So I just trust in Kroger and say, hopefully they already washed it ready and they ain't lying to me. Yeah. That milkshake bring all the boys to the yard. Go blend it up. Alrighty, let's go ahead. Pour some Papa Top again. I think I have another round. Settle my friend. And she be gone. Let us and the fool sit down. Papa top again. I think I have another round. Set 'em up, my friend. You be gone, let some other fool sit down. Look at that. Chocolate with greens. I mean, chocolate with greens is greens and coleslaw mix. It's good. It's good. It's got like a dark chocolate shitty look with a green texture. I mean, a green look and a shitty look. Like a chocolate look with the green up in there with it. You see it? Pop it top again. Alright, we're gonna set it up. Set it up. Set it up. We're gonna set it up. Get the blizzy, 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 blizzy. Get the blizzy. Set it up. Get the blizzy on the flicky nigga like Lizzy. Coach Chuck Chizzy. Get glizzy on the flizzy. Keep the frap flizzy. Flop the clizzy. Shut up, move, my friend. Here you be gone. Let some more fools sit down. Pop a top again. I think I have another round. Shut up, my friend. Here we be gone. Let some of the fools sit down. Simultaneously. Simultaneous. Kurt Cobain. Let's go ahead and see what's on the big screen. See what's on the big screen. Simultaneously. Simultaneously. Let's see what's on the big screen. The big screen popping. Little things dropping. Big thing popping and little thing stopping. I quit my job to be a 304. Well, let's see what they talking about on this.
first video, but I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I made more money being a hoe than being a worker, doing something that I love. And it's a damn shame. Because all people in the world see me as a body anyway. Whether it be for good reasons or bad reasons. Like, I've been fired from jobs for being pretty. There's a such thing as pretty privilege. And you don't even gotta be all that. But when you're talented too, like me, like I'm a retired hairstylist after 26 years. I'm about to be 40. Well, I'm 38. Just turned 38. And I have a son. He'll be 15 soon. But I wanted to become a celebrity hairstylist, and I did that. But even she fired me.
So you picked a great time to start being a streetwalker. When you almost 40 years old with a whole kid that's 15 years old that you gotta look after. While he in high school, they laughing at his mama because she online selling twat. Cause tell me why you quitting the skill just because you got fired. When you could use your pretty to get an online following. Then you can start building clients and feel content of you showing yourself doing how and make money off the content. Now you got multiple streams of income without having to open your old ass legs. Cause it seemed to me like you been selling bulk, like you just now want to come out. You just got an excuse to come out and live your truth and be all the 304 that you could be. Carry on.
I feel like everybody's just trying to hide me because they see, like, how great you are. Like, anybody else out here that's just like, I've been fired from my past 2 jobs doing what I love because people don't like the fact that I'm doing what I love, and I'm pretty, and I'm smart, and I'm talented. I actually have gifts and goals and, like, real-life achievements. I wrote a book. Like, I moved here 10 years ago because I left my narcissistic, abusive relationship, which was my son's father. And I moved to Houston with $598 to my name. And the first job I got down here was I had to go to the club. I had to show my body for some money. Because I didn't want to be homeless on the street. I had to do what I had to do. But then, when I got out of the spot that I had to use my body for, to actually use my brain finally, people don't like that either because they're like, either I'm too pretty, what am I doing here? You don't belong with us? Because if I were you, because if these women were in the same position as me, they wouldn't be using their heads, they would just be using their bodies. So it's like, I'm just going to stick with the one that makes more. It's my body.
Now, if you walk around with a BBL, half naked, and advertising your body more than your skill set, what you think people gonna think you selling? It don't seem like you selling hair to the women, but you selling Gucci and plates to the men. And it seems like you done open your legs a few times and you made some quick money, and it seems like it's easier and quicker than standing over somebody's head using your hands for 5 hours. Your hand get to locking up, but that juice box get to lock up and it catching STDs and it just nasty. But the trade-off you getting from that money for the 5 or 10 minutes that the man up in it is your soul, your internal peace, your moral code, and your ability to love your son as an innocent mother. Carry on.
And I don't even got to be out here in the real street. I mean, you can get a couple sugar daddies or whatever, because I do. But, like, I could be online with it. Like, I have a blue page, and people, it's crazy how, like, ever since I just accepted the fact that, like, people only see me as a body, it's just been working out. And it's a fucking shit. And I've been single for 10 years. I'm not a wife. I've accepted the fact that I'm not a wife either, because I know, like, people get tired of people too quick. And I refuse. I already did it once. I'm not doing it again. Got married, had a kid once, got married once, tried a relationship once. And it was all throughout my 20s that he used me. He used me. I was that good wife that cooked and cleaned and did everything. And then I realized, oh, you were just trying to make me into a domesticated slave servant. But ever since I just started doing my own thing, things been working out. And unfortunately, we just live in a world where, like, people judge you by your looks first. And people look at me, they either want to sleep with me or use me.
Now, what if that lady that fired you was God telling you to become a boss over your own shop instead of being an employee or worker? And you misread the signal and thought it was time to be a 304. And to even be online saying this type of shit, knowing that you got a 15-year-old son that's going to grow up one day and see this online with you selling box. That's nasty work. You don't like being married? You don't like being married because Marriage is a commitment and a submission, and you don't want to be submissive no more. So you rather just lay than any random old men just to get some money. That's sad. But apparently, she the only one that's exchanging her day job to become a 304.
Same Hokey Fest love. Now a full meal. Gotta have a Wawa.
Everything in this commercial is going really fast. But driving too fast isn't neat at all. It's dangerous. Not so fast, Kentucky. Please obey the speed limit.
If you know how to sell on Vinted, let me show you how easy it is. Just snap a photo and list in minutes. That's it. Once it sells, the buyer covers shipping, so there's no cost for you. And with 0 selling fees, what you earn is actually yours. With millions of users and low cost for your buyers, it's easy to start selling and earning. Download Vinted and list your first item today.
Who has a stone without a dishes? Some say he's in prison. Some say he perished.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
The Odyssey in theaters everywhere in 3 weeks. Radar.
When I first got into the game, I was really shocked. A man would literally pay me just to take me out. Paid me just for my number. I'm not telling anyone to become a 304, but it was one of the most life-changing things that I've ever done. Like, it showed me the true definition of play the game or get played. You know, I was so used to helping a man be a man that I didn't even realize that there's men in the world that will give me exactly what I want and more. So that's exactly why I get on here and I tell y'all never to settle, because there's always a man out there who's willing to do whatever you want and give you whatever you want.
Now answer this, Mr. Get whatever I want, do whatever man I want, don't settle. What happens when you hit 50 years old and it start getting hard to attract a man that'll do whatever you want and give you whatever you want? This when the married women start looking like a genius. Because at a certain point, you're going to reach an age where men like them younger than you, you want your own ass. It going to come a time where your body start drooping, dropping, and sagging, and so does your value. But it's hard for you to see this right now at the tender age of 21 or 23 or 24 or shit like that, when a man paying you $500 just to sit with him and have some goddamn coffee. But in due time, you gonna learn, little mama. You gonna learn. Let me bring on an experienced veteran street walking 304 to tell y'all what that life like. Check this out.
I'm gonna give y'all a list of things you should consider before becoming a 304. 1, you will have slow seasons. It's not always fast. It's fast for me because I know where to go. I've been doing this for a long time, so if it gets slow somewhere, I just travel. 2, you will probably be left with a lot of trauma afterwards, just like mental trauma. 3, you don't have to have a pimp. I don't know who made that up, but you do not have to have a pimp to work in SEX work. That's insanity. Like, not everybody has to get their money taken to have good money management. Like, I know how to control my own money. I got bank accounts on bank accounts, investments. I got a ton of shit. So yeah, you don't need a pimp. 4, and I feel like this one is important, do not let no amount of money change what you do. If you don't want to do something you're not comfortable with, don't do it. Because these tricks will say 500 more for this, how about 1,000 for this, 1,000 more for this, whatever. You don't have to do it. And do not let that money change you, okay? Not all money is good money, remember that.
Now when I sit here and listen to this sounds like a bunch of mental health issues and trauma issues and STDs in exchange for some money. You walk around with all that makeup and lip balm and filters and fillers on, man, hiding your pain and your tears in your car. You crying in the car or crying in the hotel room, but you online showing trips, birthdays, purses, Birkin bags, and Chanel and Versace shopping bags just to make people think you living your best life when really you living your best life. You lying, you know you ain't happy doing that shit. These women don't like to do that shit, but they making it sound good. And the problem is, our kids hearing this shit, and they think that's where it's at. But the whole time, you ain't got no love, no relationship with God, and no plan on how you gonna get out the devil's pockets. But what y'all think? Comment below if you ever been a 304. Comment below if you ever dealt with a recovering, retiring 304. Or comment below if you ever been healed from being a 304. What that life like? Y'all comment below. Do y'all want the soft life or do y'all want the streets? I need to know. Comment below, hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that follow button. This week's business.
Skip the prep work. Take cooking off your plate. Get dinner delivered with DoorDash. Download the app today.
TikTok Fan Hub is here. Exclusive event products and TikTok shop coupons are waiting for you to claim. Engage with the FIFA World Cup 2026 and earn stars. Engage, search, share, watch on the TikTok Fan Hub to get exclusive experience. Join the TikTok Fan Hub and get stars.
I'm so proud of y'all for killing that white boy. I'm so proud of y'all for killing that white boy. See, they not used to this shit happening to them, y'all. My only problem is it should happen more. This pic, a little girl smacked the shit out of her, little boy smacked the shit out of him, old lady, white, whatever. We should set up a day once a week where we just come up, y'all. Can we please pick a day where we just pick them white people up? Just beat their ass. Especially the old ones. Just beat their ass, the kids. Just beat their ass.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but the UFC, mixed martial arts, is racist. And if you like watching the fights, if you're a fighter, if you're any way associated with the UFC, you are a racist. Let's listen to a white dude cry in his car about it.
I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. I don't care if you're right or left. I don't care about any of that shit. If you think anything about this is cool or American or manly, I have to assume that much like anybody associated with the planning and the production of this event, all of the sponsors of this event, matter of fact, anybody that's even remotely associated with this event, much like all of them, you are so slow I could time you with a fucking calendar. Nothing about this is cool. Well, you just don't like it because you're a liberal, and liberal men are masculine. Listen here, shitbag. I live every day. I've done boxing and jiu-jitsu on and off for years, and I used to watch the UFC pretty religiously until I realized that 90% of the fighters and a good chunk of the fans are racist, rapists, woman beaters, or right-wing shitbags. So then I stopped.
That's a whole lot of feelings to have as a grown man, sitting in your car, staring at your phone, making TikToks. Very, very masculine. I'm so glad that I have an overly emotional, performative, liberal white dude to tell me what is and isn't racist. Notice that he had a problem with the UFC event at the White House, but he didn't have a damn thing to say about what happened after the Knicks game.
Own your glow mint with Jergens Natural Glow Hydrogel Moisturizer for gradual, natural-looking color.
Want to save money on your car insurance? Jerry is the app to download. You will not be disappointed. They say $150 on my car insurance.
Because YouTube doesn't allow certain amounts of violence, I can't even show you how brutally violent they got towards each other, assaulting each other. And because YouTube doesn't... it's like Christmas, only more retarded, y'all.
Eventually, the only school that they made it in.
Y'all ever heard of a magical little place called Polk County, Florida? I'm sure that you probably have, and that you've also probably heard of a dude that goes by the name of Sheriff Grady Judd. He's my friend out there, and he's in charge of the Polk County Sheriff's Office.
We urge you to call 911 and do everything you can to keep yourself and loved ones safe until police arrive, and be the best witness possible.
I would tell them if you value your life, you probably shouldn't do that in Polk County. Because the people of Polk County like guns. They have guns. I encourage them to own guns. And they're going to be in their homes tonight with their guns loaded. And if you try to break into their homes to steal, to set fire, I'm highly recommending they blow you back out of the house with their gun.
You decide that you're going to hook up with a woman. She comes in, and she's already uglier than a mud fence, right? And then, as you start to engage, you find out, hey, this dudette is a dude, and look what he really looks like. Yeah, he looks like he should have been in a Scarface movie someplace, I don't know. This is what's happening. People think they're getting this, and many times they're getting a really bad guy. If you're not afraid of a gun, get one. Become proficient. Get a concealed firearms license and carry it. And if you need to shoot somebody, shoot them a lot.
Hey, what's up, you guys? JD here. The U.S. just dropped $2.7 billion in contracts to rebuild domestic uranium enrichment. This isn't some random spend. It's a straight-up presidential push saying America needs its own uranium, and it needs it, like, yesterday. Here's the crazy part. The U.S. burns over 50 million pounds of uranium a year, but only produces less than 1 million domestically. That means that we're like 98% reliant on foreign suppliers. Russia, places with tension, you get it. National security, power grids, defense, all of it is exposed. Enter Kirkstone Metals, trading as KSM in Canada and KSMCF here in the U.S. These guys control two 100% owned uranium projects right in the Athabasca Basin, the richest uranium district on the planet, home to monsters like NextGen and Denison. Their flagship Key Lake Road project already hit high-grade stuff near the surface, but the team thinks the real monster is deeper. The same neighborhood where billions upon billions in uranium have been found, an estimated $200 to $300 billion worth in the ground. Yet Kirkstone is still sitting at market cap under $12 million. That's the kind of disconnect that gets my attention in this sector. Uranium prices are climbing. Analysts are talking $100 plus per pound potentially. And with the U.S. government mandating domestic supply through measures like executive order and the recent Section 232 action, the timing lines up. Drill programs approved and underway. This could be the right company at the right time in one of the hottest districts going. If you're into critical minerals and high upside juniors that have real execution potential, check out the full story and links in the description. As you can probably tell, that's my kind of sheriff right there. And today's video is going to have a lot to do with Sheriff Grady Judd. It's also going to have a lot to do with my good friend, Chris Hansen.
What did you mean when you said, I'm going to need 2 to 3 nuts first, this is going to be good? What did you mean by, I'm going to need 2 to 3 nuts? I'm talking about busting nuts? Cashews? Walnuts. Have you done these? Ah, get into it!
That was actually in Blount County, Alabama, and I was there sitting in the room when that conversation happened, and I just gotta be honest with you, it was hard not to die laughing. Chris Hansen and I, we have some history. I've been blessed enough to be on his podcast.
Take me inside the pit. Tell me about this effort to seek revenge on predators and...
There was one dude when I was at Snake River Correctional Facility, which they call Gladiator School. A dad got sent there, and the dude who had molested his daughter was there. He dragged the dude in the shower. Chris, he was trying to scalp the guy.
Scalp him?
He was a native dude, and he was trying to scalp this dude. He pulled him into the shower by the hair, had him by the hair, and he got partway into it. There was blood all the way up the hallway. It looked like a Dexter crime scene, if you've ever seen the show Dexter.
Oh, yeah.
But when these two get together, you know that it's going to be a bad day for the pedos in Polk County. And that's exactly what happened with the Polk Around and Find Out bust that they just did and just released. But some of the people that they actually caught are absolutely shocking. This popular MAGA influencer just got arrested in Polk County, Florida by Sheriff Grady Judd in a human trafficking sting.
In case you didn't get the memo, Grady Judd is going to lay it out real clear for you.
He was seeking the services of a prostitute.
Did I tell you that he's married?
Damn, bro, that is unfortunate. And you guys have to see the actual footage of this bust, like the sting from the hotel room, and then him being confronted by Chris Hansen.
Where are you coming from, the jet? Oh my God.
Hit him in the closet.
Hit him in the closet? Open the closet. Man, you'll never tell us.
I do. You don't lock the door, nothing.
You're behind us, so go ahead and lock it yourself.
Well, you gotta do something, let me know you're not calling me.
So, you said you gotta do something quick, right? Okay. You got me. This is your first time doing this or something? Alright, go ahead, drop your jaws. You want to start off with that?
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my shoes off.
Go ahead, make yourself comfortable. Let me grab a towel, okay? Take a seat.
Oh, see, there you go.
No. Do you want to like kneel on my face or something? Like, chill. I'm just trying to
After Craig is arrested, I leave my location to go over to that hotel to try to get his side of the story.
Just right off rip, homie. Dude just came from the gym and went to go pay for like $100 blowy. With this sweaty ass nutsack, bro? That's not even polite.
What happened tonight?
Which means your next find just got better. That dress you've been thinking about?
I mean, you are a public figure. And yet tonight, it appears that you came here from your home in Tampa for something quick for $100. That's going to let a lot of people down. People who follow you and look up to you. So again, I just want to get your side of the story. Nothing. We weren't out looking for you. You found this situation. and we happen to be here.
But in his video that he released on this, Chris Hansen actually gave me a shout out, and it was really cool.
Now, there's something else about Craig Long, his backstory. He was in trouble with the law many years ago, turned his life around, and he talks about how proud he is of doing that. And I have a soft spot for guys like that. J.D. DeLay, he spent time in prison. He was a career criminal, turned his life around. I actually introduced J.D. DeLay to Sheriff Grady Judd so he could create some content with him. I've had J.D. on my podcast talking about his story, and I even took J.D. along on one of my stings. J.D. is a good guy. He has turned his life around. Craig Long, apparently not so much.
Now, as somebody who grew up as a childhood survivor of one of these disgusting creatures, hearing Chris say those nice things about me, I just gotta say, it was an honor, and that dude has always been one of my heroes. But Craig Long wasn't the only surprise that we got from this poke around find out sting. This dude right here, claiming to be Netanyahu's former head of security, he got caught by these dudes, and he didn't just get caught trying to get sloppy in some hotel room from an adult. He got caught trying to meet a 15-year-old boy.
We're involved in security for the Israeli president, Netanyahu. Did you meet the Israeli leader?
I'm sorry, I'm not answering any questions, so I can speak to an attorney.
You sent photos of your penis? Erect? You told the boy you ruined your shorts. You ruined your shorts. Meaning you ejaculated while you were talking to him. You asked for explicit pictures of him. You say the age of consent in Maryland is 16. This boy is 15. You knew this was illegal. And you had multiple chances to not commit this crime, but you did anyway. Which makes me wonder how many times you've gotten away with it before. Do you have CSAM on your phone?
I'm sorry, I'm not answering any questions, so I can speak to an attorney.
You talk about being busy in training. The boy says his parents will be out of town at a work conference. How long was your drive over here today from your home in Maryland?
I'm sorry, I'm not answering any questions, so I speak to an attorney.
You talked about taking him out after getting to know him for cheesesteaks. And if it goes well, you say you'll meet the monster at the end of the happy trail. Just tell me what you meant by that.
I'm sorry, I'm not answering any questions, so I can speak to an attorney.
You feel pretty good about yourself today, huh? Think you were outsmarting everyone? A month and a day you spent chatting with someone who told you they're 15. Not just a cop, but a lieutenant. You sent pictures of yourself in uniform. You sent pictures of yourself from your office at the Metro DC Police Department. Lounging on your couch, grooming a child. What should happen to you, Lieutenant?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not answering any questions, so I can speak to an attorney.
Now, in all honesty, this dude will probably just make bail. He'll flee to Israel, and he'll hide out there. That's what a lot of these creatures that have the money and the means end up doing, because Israel will give them sanctuary, regardless of their horrible crimes against children. But you can tell that the dude is a real deal cop, because he knew exactly what to say to every single question, which is always going to be, I'm not answering any questions without my attorney present. But also among the 266 people that they got in this sting over 6 days, 266 people in just 6 days, they also got a dude who was pardoned by President Trump for his part in January 6th. And I'm sorry to be the one to have to say this, but why is this undercover pretending to be a prostitute so caked up? Is that absolutely necessary?
This is not Ryan Yates' first run-in with the law. He was at the Capitol on January 6th.
He entered the building illegally. He pushed against and battered police officers trying to get into the rotunda.
Yates pleaded guilty, then received a blanket pardon from President Trump. Sheriff Grady Judd says he tried to pay for sex with an undercover detective during a recent sting.
The state attorney is going to make sure that he's prosecuted. And think about this. He didn't resist us like he did the Capitol Police.
So you have two different people who have criminal records, And then you have an experienced law enforcement officer who all got caught up in this sting. So I just want you to ruminate on this for a second. If you're one of those people out there who thinks it might be sweet, you might be able to text some minors and be able to meet up with them and do this type of shit, you're a retard. These people are experienced criminals and law enforcement officers. Why do you think you'd be able to get away with it? Why do they think that they're gonna slide on this shit? 266 people were willing to go and do weird, creepy sex shit, and they all got hemmed up within 6 days. Imagine how many thousands and thousands of weird-ass dudes are out there trying to do this right now as I record this video. And if you're a fan of watching these creeps have the worst day of their entire life, get publicly humiliated, and then dragged out in cuffs, you should go check out all Chris Hansen's shows on his very own True Blue Network. It's very cheap to subscribe, and I'm telling you right now, I see this stuff before everybody else does because I am a subscriber myself, and it's awesome to be able to support Chris. He never stopped when they took down his To Catch a Predator show. Now he has Takedown, he has True Crime Nation. There is so much stuff that's awesome to watch on this network. I 100% recommend it. So that's all that we have for today, man. I really appreciate every single one of you guys riding out with us. And until the next one, it's always one love, baby. Be good or be good.
I just got paid $62,000 for my car accident using nothing but this app on my phone. I don't know if you can see.
Anything in your pockets, anything like that? No. This young lady's gonna search you, alright? Make sure there's nothing on you, alright?